Hello, this is Wendy from Taichi, The Way of Life. I hope you are all very well. I thought I'd make this video. I have already made a very similar video using the same movement in another occasion, but it's one of the movements that I use often, frequently, and it's also one of the movements that my mentor keep going on about it. So I do use this movement a lot. So yes, I was just practicing, and I thought I'll make this video and share it with you. Yes, so if you read the post, it say that I believe that the principle of Tai Chi applies to all style. It doesn't matter whether it's Yang, Cheng, Wu, Li, whatever, and it would still apply. So it's the same principle, and that's why I could just kind of practice the principle and then basically put it into my forms in my Tai Chi, and that's where the aspiration is to able to practicing all these internal principle and be able to then relocate them and actually apply them to my forms. And if you watch my other videos, I'll make the connection between that and obviously not all of them in a kettlebell swing, but that was for a little bit of fun as well. But it just makes me realize that you can actually take a lot of these principles and actually apply it to a lot of things. I've been doing that with my walking as well. Okay, yeah, if you want to try, it's great fun actually. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So lots of you have been saying about the audio, so I've used a Bluetooth. It should pick up my voice a bit better, but I don't know, so I have no idea what's going on recently. I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed any devices neither. So hopefully this is quite clearer for you. So I am going to raise my voice a little bit just to make sure that you can, it picks up my voice basically. So I always adjust my tailbone because I naturally have a curvature of my lower back, so I need to adjust it. But it's important that you don't tighten your hip flexors area, which is part of your quad, where you're going to have to sit and sink into it. Right, so I'm going to just sink into my open form. So I'm not just sitting in, I'm also sitting back, letting go of my arm, because we want to connect our upper body to our lower body, and then we want to connect our arms to our trunk area also. So I'm going to sit back, sit down, so down and back, and then this is my open form. And I'm just going to start shifting weight and turning. So the video before this one, I was just trying to show the turns in the movement. So really, hopefully, the turns also happens in all Qigong movement when you're practicing. Feet not. So I'm basically shifting my weight to one side of my body. And then what happens is I start pulling with my opposite foot. So when I say pull, basically I feel it turning towards the other foot. So now I'm going to start pulling from this side. So what I do is, what I feel is, I feel that my foot is turning in, and that's why my arms is turning in the same direction, because when I'm turning, I'm sinking, I'm turning from my hip. All right, and not just the lower bit of my body. So what's going on with my arms? Well, my arms are connected to my trunk. And then there's something else that you need to do as well. So you've got your sinking, you've got your turn, and you also finally, which I keep saying, it's a third secret in Tai Chi, is me. What am I going to do? How am I going to? So I'm not just sitting here with my arms floppy, although they are relaxed, and my elbows are sinking to my knees. There's something else that I'm also desperately working on. So when I'm turning, when my lower body is turning, my shoulder goes with it, and my hands also goes with it as well. Right. Oh dear me, just 3 minutes worth. I have gone for a very long walk this morning. I've done, about 8 miles. So how many kilometers is that? I have to check. So that's my excuse. Right, so, but I do want to do a little bit more because I would need to tell you something else as well. Right, okay, so I'm just going to go back, giving myself a little rest. I'm going to start from this side. So what happens is, this side turn first. And I was saying, when my foot, my hip turns, my shoulder wants to turn. Because my arms, and then my hands wants to turn. Because my arms are connected to my trunk, it's not being. So I had to think about that, because I felt like I've lost connection. And I think it's quite natural also to have one stronger side and one weaker side. And it's quite obvious that my weaker side's on my left, because I could definitely generate a lot more power on my right side. Okay, right. So here we go. So what I've done there, I'm just using a very, very simple movement in applying, in a nutshell, 3, which covers a lot. Because when you're sinking, you're also, of course, you're rooting, when you're turning, you are also creating that momentum. And there's something else that I'm doing with my arms as well. And I haven't revealed it all this time because I've been asking for, because I don't actually see it actually very, very often being mentioned at all on the Facebook groups, and I'm just wondering whether anybody has know this and will actually tell me what I was doing as well. So yeah, so I'm going to continue and use that little movement there to work to make the connection between. So what I was doing was to show that the connection between the upper body, which sits on my hip, which is my hip, of course, I've got my legs joining onto it and my feet, and to show that my movement comes from the feet and it turns and it creates and it makes my shoulder want to turn. So my shoulder is turning, but if I'm holding my arm, it won't, because lose connection, that's on its own. So if I'm holding and not sinking my energy down through my elbows into my knees and to the ground, if you hold it, that arm on its own has lost connection with the rest of the body. And to maintain that connection between, so it's important that you sink into your qua, or you won't have that connection from your top body to the lower bit of your body. And if you don't sink in your qua, of course, then you lose the connection to your feet, and they all become separate parts of your body. All right, okay, I think I've talked a lot there. Yes, there's something that crucial. So right at the beginning, when I said when I'm sinking, I'm not just sitting down, I'm also sitting back as well. All right, okay, so hopefully this will get you thinking a bit, and then what is she talking about? Anyway, do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, you actually just get more access to my other videos, and not all my videos are public, some are private. Yeah, so if you want to know more, you just have to feel free to message me. So you just subscribe directly below this video, the word subscribe, then it allows you to have a little bit more access to my other videos, which are there for you to use. Okay, so thank you very much and for watching again, and I hope you have a very good week or weekend. I don't know when I'm going to post this, so I have no idea. And it is Wendy from Taichi, The Way of Life, and that is where you find me on Facebook. And God bless, and have a lovely day, and bye bye for now.